Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I'm your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from asteroid called Recab's Wedge.
Hi everyone, I'm Dakami-sama, and I play Solas of Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Hey, I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Brawl.
Hello, everyone. I'm Salem Motor. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grayspace.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, Seshithar, an elven wild mage.
Hey there, I'm Zakad. I play Lafdul Moonglade, a specialty priest and occasionally a thief of Erevan Illiser. He's also an elf from Realm Space. And his gimmick is coming up with fun titles, as everyone loves me to get them wrong, but his is fairly simple today. It's a makeshift middle-headed masquerader, and it's in Twitch chat.
Nice. All right. Before we get into the game, for viewers who want to give the players an advantage or the monsters an advantage, and thank you very much for those bits, Anghammarand. 500 bits will get the player or the dungeon master of your choice a reroll that they can use. They can declare before rolling that they want to give themselves two opportunities for a better result. As it currently stands, Braxon, Finn, Ockar, and Lafdul have 1 each. Leva has 3. Solas has 2. I, the Dungeon Master, only have 10. So please do consider giving more to your poor, humble, bereft Dungeon Master here. So we left off last time. The party is waiting until evening to make another foray into the prison complex. And let's see. And Finn is getting another reroll. Courtesy
Thank you very much, Anghammarand.
And you guys were just going to wait until evening for a trip with Solas and Lafdul, I believe. Is that still the plan?
I believe so.
Okay.
Oh, I have a question to the party. What if me or Solas, either or, borrow some of Braxton's perfume to make the parakeet go to sleep? Because if I use sleep powder, that will class as an attack.
Okay.
And I would break my invisibility.
There was, I think, there was the cover you could put on the parakeet.
It's still going to hear.
True, but it could also fall asleep pretty quickly. Did you say that you have a silence spell?
I do, but I also have to chant the spell.
Yeah, that's true. How long does it last?
I'm just trying to look it up now.
Round a minute.
I mean the spell. Duration.
Round a level, sorry. I believe. It might be 2 rounds, hang on. 2 rounds a level. So
Okay.
18 minutes.
Yeah, then it might be better to use Braxon's perfume. You could put it on once you're there.
I mean, we can use the silence to prevent any unexpected squawking. And then he just walked past it, give it a whiff, and it falls asleep. Hopefully.
Right. So 1 use has been used up. I'm not entirely sure how many uses there are.
We don't have the duration of the use, do we?
No, because I used it on the dragon in it told me to get lost. So I'm just going to give you.
Yeah, I
I'm just
think
gonna
you were
give you
given
the-
a vague approximation.
Just going to
Like
give
a few
over.
rounds.
This is what I have. Not done full testing on it.
See, I have the more extreme version where it kills. It's a spell.
Yeah.
Dead parakeet. Oh no, killed it.
So
That would be a little bit
Braxon
more
doesn't know
obvious
the-
than asleep, yeah.
Braxon doesn't know the proper name, but we're calling it oil of sleepiness. And it's a pale orange oil that smells of poppies. In
It's
a small obsidian bottle.
if you want
Carved
the
like a
official,
cat.
if you want the official name, it's Aroma of Dreams.
Aroma of
Hey.
dreams.
We'd probably learn this over time.
I mean, to a certain extent, the name is it's a gameplay element, not a
That's fine.
in-game
Yeah,
thing. So
I didn't know it, but I've put it on my character sheet. Right, so Braxton's going to hand over the oil of sleepiness, as he calls it, the aroma of dreams, and you'll find out how long it lasts.
I mean, you would know that once you put it on, it doesn't stay effective for a super long amount of time.
Yeah.
A turn, give or take. Like that's how long before it evaporates. You don't know
Doesn't
how
take
long
us
it'll
how
put
long to-
something to sleep, but that is how long it
Was-
would be effective on your person.
Was Finn going to take Braxton's ring of languages, or Lafdul
Finn is
take
out
that?
of Finn is out of his shape changes.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry, he's stuck.
Yeah, I have my reduced self, outer self, and I think we were having Featherfall, so I didn't need to. My outer self and reduced self is for me to get out. I believe I'm getting a reduce and a Featherfall to get in.
Well, if you're
believe.
small, you can always travel in my pocket when I fly.
Oh, yeah. I guess just to reduce, but I don't like my odds of just trying to fly up in a very elf form.
Don't you
It's
have
a flying
a
passive.
Don't you have a polymorph self as well?
Nope.
Oh.
I used mine when I
Okay.
had to scout the supply run that came in today.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a protection from evil?
Yeah, I got the 10-foot radius one.
I mean, you could use that on the way out if
Yeah, but I don't think in the variant you can just fly straight up with a flying class of like F or something.
If you do have the reduce when we are getting out, I think I could still be in suitable size to carry Lafdul when I fly back up.
Oh, sure, probably. But obviously, that doesn't allow me to get in.
Yeah.
Unless
Need to be
Lev
reduced when going in.
yeah, Leva was going to cast reduce on you to go in, correct?
I don't remember. Was she?
Yeah. So according to my notes, Level will cast fly and reduce on Lafdul, invisibility on Solas.
Okay, let me just. I've entered one reduce used, which could have been on Lafdul. Yeah, makes sense.
You've already marked the spells off.
Yes,
Okay.
and she didn't use them before, so it was clear that she's used them for you too.
Okay.
Alright. And all dust is wild searches on them now.
Were
Goes all my items.
Were you what? Did you want to wait until like right after sunset, or a couple hours after sunset? Was there what were you looking at time-wise to actually go in?
I think Solas was pretty insistent on midnight.
I
mean-
think I wanted it to go after sunset.
So like right after
When-
sunset.
Do you want?
You
you want-
Last time you said you wanted to go when it's dark.
Yeah, when it's dark.
Alright, evening then.
So basically, basically when most likely most of the people are going to sleep.
Strikes me as a shift change over at time.
Do you want one of us to go check when the cooking fire heat stops coming out the vents?
Sure, but I think they pretty much ended around the sunset.
Oh, I'm already invisible and I still will be for like another 20 hours or something. So when I come back, I guess it's go time. Basically when the smoke goes out. Does that sound good?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Sounds
ready.
good to me.
I just mean Lafdul's going to have a very boring job watching smoke.
Yeah, there's one thing you have to keep in mind, and that is that the spells that last a long time, they can last a bit less than you think because of Wild Mage. So don't just assume that your invisibility will last another 20 years. I was going to say.
No,
Invisibility
invisibility.
has a
Invisibility has a
static.
fixed duration.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the
It's
normal
Fly does
invisibility
nothing.
spell has normal invisibility has the fixed duration.
Fly and reduces just to get us in.
Mm-hmm.
We
Okay.
have our own spells to get out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so as
Yeah,
long as it lasts long enough to get to where they want to go, then they're fine. And I think, like, even if you're at the... if they don't take any detours, they're both fly and reduce from you. Even if, like, you get the absolute worst roll, is going to last long enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the idea was to follow the shortest route that Finn described from the storage level to the warden's office with the etherealness going on.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So invisibility on a Solas is fine.
Question.
Yes.
I know you don't necessarily. This is to Solas and to Old. I don't know if you necessarily. It's a question whether you would know this. If you have astral awareness on, can you see points where you cannot see through because it is warded through astral travel? Because you can't see through it.
So you're asking if you could basically see an ethereal barrier.
Yeah.
Let me double check. It's astral awareness. That's the spell.
Yeah, I think it's second or third.
Okay.
It's in the spells and magic, if I remember correctly.
Well, I'm just gonna look in the encyclopedia. Hey, right there. All right. Do do do.
I assume if my reasoning is if you can't see through something, it's a good hunch that there is some kind of extra planner blocking
Yeah,
or
it does not look to me like it would give you any of that sort of awareness because it is more about astral or ethereal phenomena, including creatures. But it wouldn't necessarily show you a place that is warded against ethereal travel because you're not actually looking into either plane.
but wouldn't your perception be blocked through that direction?
No, because you're not really seeing. A barrier would just be a lack of anything that you can detect. So unless you knew that there was an ethereal creature on the other side of a barrier, and you can't see it, that would be how you would detect that there's a barrier. But you wouldn't see the barrier itself.
All right.
So only if you knew that there was something coming that you couldn't detect would you then be aware that there's a barrier. because it wouldn't. It like those things just block travel as opposed to act as like an ethereal phenomenon kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's see. The fly spell works, and reduce. Okay.
We're obviously absolutely contingent on not getting into a fight, right? Solas?
Mhm. Yeah,
Alright, so I'm not taking my armor.
Okay.
yeah, we are not going to be fighting if we can avoid it in any way. If possible, we are trying to.
Oh no, that'll be a losing fight. I just flee.
If possible, we are trying to avoid leaving any trace that we were here.
Yeah, no, I have better stealth stats when I don't wear my armor, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That reduces cast at level +1, so 12th level. So you were reduced pretty significantly, Lafdul.
Yay. So
Anybody
12
want
levels,
my
so.
Anybody want my ring of languages?
Well, I can take it and use it on my second ring, since if possible, that will allow me to not cast comprehend language and cause that much more noise.
Okay.
I have
Aren't
two
you invisible
telepathies.
already?
I'm sorry?
Aren't you invisible already?
I can.
Lafdul was invisible already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the ring could be given
I
to
wasn't
him
yet.
after, before the
Okay.
invisibility is cast. I'm not too
Okay.
concerned about that. I mean, there was plenty of talk about handing the ring over, so.
Yeah, I just thought I was giving it over to Finn. That
Would
was-
you wear the oil, would I? Because elves generally don't smell half-elves might.
Ooh.
Well, the plan is that we are.
I'm just
going
wondering
to
if it would cover up your scent. That's what I'm saying.
No, it doesn't say anything about covering up yourself.
Yeah. And before we go in, and before I'm casting the polymorph self on and such, yeah, polymorph self. If Lafdul is, how small is he?
Incredibly small right now. Not even an
Let's
inch.
see. What is your normal height, Lafdul?
Oh, it's like 5 something. Oh, where is my height? Wait, oh, 4'11". Wow, I'm tiny normally.
Oh, alright.
I also need to reduce my 90%. Because the last remark I had was a 70% reduce.
Alright, so that was down
level.
to 90%. So then it is an additional inch.
What is the 90%? So just so I can add the notes.
6 inches.
So 5 inches altogether.
No,
Before they go-
no. So
10% increments.
yeah, so you're 3 inches tall.
Before they go,
Wow.
Braxon says to them, "Try not to make each other fall asleep with that oil," on winks.
It doesn't work on higher level creatures. You figured that out. The creature was just too powerful.
But yeah, once Lafdul is reduced, I basically, and I'm polymorphed myself into small enough, I basically would tell Lafdul to hold on to me, since when we go to the warehouse, I will have to touch you when I cast the etherealness.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, as a point of reference. Why did I instantly forget what I was going to say? Damn it! It was really important.
I've had those happen.
Oh no!
What was
No
it about?
way.
Something to keep in
I've
mind
got
before going down?
Yeah, no, I got 2 telepathies. That's the spell I'm going to cast on him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, It's better if you wear the oil, because if it does work, I'm 90% resistant to it. You're only 30% resistant.
Okay.
In the worst case scenario. But I mean, Yelden has beaten those odds.
That's true. That's true. And then, of course, there were
Yeah,
times when Hegemus was 10% resistant to things, and that did kick in. So.
Yeah, guilty heel Hegemus as well.
Yeah,
All right.
I
So
think I think Polymorph Self is the spell that is the time
longest.
limit, since I do have a fly on myself, and that I can cast even on down there.
I mean, worst case, I got 2 pushes upon myself if we need an out or something.
Yeah, but I'd set the absolute maximum time limit on with the Polymorph Self, and that's 2
3
turns
hours.
per level, so
Oh, slightly longer for you.
200 minutes for me.
3 hours 20.
Yeah, 3 hours 20.
Okay. All right. So, you guys are ready to go down now?
Yeah, I'm just checking the duration of protection from evil. Because I only have 1 spell. Here's a question. It's a turn a level, so it's going to last 3 hours? No, that can't be right. An hour and a half.
You're what, 10th level?
No, 9th. 90 minutes, so an hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and a half.
So that's technically the shortest duration, because you can get buffeted as you go back up, but if you fly fast enough, or...
Well, if you can reduce yourself small enough that I can carry you while I fly with the fly spell.
I'd rather not cast spells down there, and I'd rather cast spells upstairs, so I'd rather...
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so you head down. You're not.
I have telepathy up, and yeah, that protection from evil up.
You do have protection from evil up.
10-foot radius.
Okay. All right, so
mark
you are
of main
not
sense.
buffeted by the air elemental. Where do you want to? So once you get straight down to the bottom of the shaft, where are you looking to get yourself out?
I think the best option was the storage level, and basically cast the spell there once the guard has once we make sure that there's no guards nearby.
Okay. Do you remember the route there?
I think. Let me see. We did have the route marked up. It was wasn't it north from the first junction?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was north.
That's not what I'm trying to do. This is how I do it. That is how I do it. Okay, cool. So they just they redid for those watching. They redid how the map pages are sorted and everything like that. So I am having to learn a little bit about how those things are set up. Okay. So let me go ahead and get you guys in. There we go. All right. So you should be able to see yourselves?
Yes.
Okay.
And I can see the point where the hatch is, or the vent is under us.
Yeah. So you want to pop out there, or are you going to do something else? Because you both have fly up, so you can just like fly down the stairs if you want. You're invisible.
Yeah, I think we would basically go check the stairs and see if there's guards coming this way, and if not, then fly back up here around somewhere around there and cast the etherealness on there.
Okay.
I'll see if I can hear anything on the stairs.
Okay.
And we would, since we are invisible, we would basically move together. So since the etherealness is touch-based for spell.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, what are you polymorphed into, Solas?
During the way down, I would have polymorphed into basically something that could fly most easily down.
So
Such as?
pixies are pretty good.
And
They,
near the vent, I would polymorph into something that can fit through the vent.
Well, right,
After
but
that-
what would you polymorph into on the way down? I need you to decide.
Let's go with the hummingbird.
Okay. And then a hummingbird will easily fit through any of the vents, so you don't have to worry about that. In fact, a hummingbird would probably fit under a lot of the door gaps too, because they're very small. But once you get out, you'd need to return to your normal form to cast your spell.
Yes, I know.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Lafdul, you were going to go down and listen at the bottom of the stairs, kind of thing, or something.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I would follow.
Just to see if I hear anything. It's like 50. Sorry, I don't know how much you'll hear my mouse. I'm gonna have to move it further away.
All right. You can hear some footsteps in the corridor. There's definitely a guard on patrol in the corridor. Doesn't sound like he is about to come up these stairs, though.
It's just reverberation.
Yeah, he's just slowly on patrol in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you
Alright.
head back up into the storage room.
Yeah, and I would basically guide Lafdul to somewhere here where the crates also give somewhat protection and direct the sound in a way that it doesn't directly go to that way.
All right. Well, this is a pretty big room, and there's
Yeah,
lots of
Plenty of
baffles.
cuts.
There's lots of baffles with all of the barrels and stuff like that.
Yeah. So somewhere around there.
So as
Do
you'd
you
been
want
waiting to come down, you did notice that storms were gathering. Those of you outside, you do feel the faint, like rain start to pick up more. Actually, I think it was raining all day. Now that I think about it, if I remember correctly. Let me double
Yeah,
check.
because Lafdul had the Aura of Comfort that he had to spell and he got soaked.
Right. So yeah, it was raining all day, but
Now it's time to do a storm.
yeah, now it's actually storming. There were some distant flashes of lightning as you went down, and now that you're down, you can't really tell anything. But those up on the surface, you do notice that a storm is approaching and moving in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're gonna go up into the corner. You can move your tokens up there.
Yeah, somewhere along here.
All right.
And I would
Do you,
polymorph back into my own form.
do you want the silence first when we're entering, or am I casting a spell when you're in, or...
Well,
actually, no. You ethereal us into there. We reappear. You've got the scent on you.
I can put the scent while we are going there.
Can you do it in the ethereal plane?
Yes.
Will it travel with you?
Yes.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, everything we have travels with us.
Hopefully the parakeet gets put to sleep, then I can cast the silence.
You could
So
cast
we'll have at
silence.
least-
You can cast the silence while you're
Oh.
ethereal too.
Mm-hmm.
That
you can
works as well.
you can cast it while we are on the ethereal plane, and then also you have
That's
your
tech
bag.
magic as well.
You have your bag, right?
Yeah.
You can put, for example, the item back in there when you don't need the silence.
Yeah, that's kind of my go-to.
I will also cast the comprehend language while we are on the ethereal.
Okay. All right. So you begin casting etherealness. How long is that going to last?
Etherealness was, I think it was about, it's 19 rounds.
Okay.
So it should be enough time for us to get to there.
You move slower in the ethereal plane.
Does it say that?
Yeah, but no.
All right.
I don't see anything that it says that you move slower.
Yeah, I think you move at your normal speed then. Okay.
Which while we are flying is 18.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Incredibly fast.
So, you cast etherealness on yourself and Lafdul, and everything kind of becomes desaturated as you enter the border ethereal and loses its color. As you complete it, you do detect some movement back near the passage to the corridor, the curved corridor.
Okay.
But you'd need to go over there and take a look.
I
you
think
wanted
it
to see
might
what
be
that was.
the thing that goes through the rounds there.
There's a patrol up the top and one down below.
I think this might be the bronze thing that the guards thought when you had ESP on or the thought capture on them.
I had mind read on people
On
that were
mind
going
read.
inside.
Yeah,
And they were freaked out by it.
They were freaked out, freaked out about some bronze thing, and I'm guessing that's the way.
Oh,
where
was that the
bronze thing is.
thing that was feeding the prisoners as well?
Yeah, I think that's the case. Or that's my completely arbitrary, based on the clues that I've heard during these sessions, guess.
So you're gonna go check it out, or are you gonna go head down the stairs? What do you want to do?
I think we'll head down the stairs.
Okay.
Alright, I'll head then.
All right. So then I will go ahead and bring you over to the stairs. Give me just a second. You should have been over here at this point. There we go. All right. And where's Lafdul? There he is. Okay.
You can't see me, I'm invisible.
He's the Lego dragon. Lego dragons can see everything.
That's true, I can.
Mm.
I have natural true seeing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you begin to come down the stairs, and you guys can start moving as you want.
Oh dear.
What?
Oh, there's a guard over there.
Yeah, it looks like he is coming back in your direction. Just kind of slowly patrolling.
We're invisible and we are in border ethereal, so it doesn't see or hear us. Unless it has some kind of true seeing.
And he is just a guard.
I'll be...
I mean, you could wait and see what he does if you want, but that's up to you. All right, so you head down to the end of the corridor. And
You can't hear anything in the ethereal, it's all just gushing winds or whatever of the ethereal.
We can hear each other and what happens in border ethereal.
Yeah, whatever's in that plane.
All right, so I have you can see the purple on the map, right?
Yeah.
So those are the routes of the the vents, so you can match them up with where they are on the actual map itself.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so where are you going to go from the corridor there?
I think to the door that is seems to be open here. I think based on the descriptions that Finn would have given us, this seems to be the route.
Okay.
Yeah, seems to be the route.
Okay, so coming in here, you can see 3 guards sitting around a table playing cards. Their weapons are like leaning against the wall or on the edge of the table or something like that, all within easy reach, but not actively like being held, kind of thing.
Out of curiosity, do any of them get goosebumps?
You would not be able to tell.
Oh.
They don't seem to notice you or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So coming through here, you can see 3 more guards sitting on benches here by the doorway, and another guy over here on that bench. We just move.
If I'm correct, this door is the one that leads to Warden's office.
Okay. You want to try to pass through it?
Yeah.
Okay. You are able to pass through it.
Mm-hmm.
And in you go.
Well, I will prepare the oil.
I will wait for Solas is okay to cast silence, because obviously you can't cast spells at the same time.
Well, I can end the spell without.
Yeah, I know. I just need to cast it, then put it in my thing, then draw out.
Yeah, you can cast it. I can basically end the spell, have the oil, put the parrot to sleep, and if you have the silence 15 feet radius, I can just move to here where I'm guessing we see the paperwork.
Do I know if it goes through walls? I've used that enough at this point.
What, silence?
Yeah.
So far as you know, it does
solid.
not.
Alright. Unless it's like a little crack in the wall, but then who knows?
Alright, so Solas, you put on the Aroma of Dreams.
Yeah.
Alright, give me a D100 Lafdul.
Yay, it does affect me. Come on, Aravan, don't let me down. Yeah.
Okay. There's a smell of poppies as he's rubbing it on himself.
And I'm certain, Sakhad, that if it had affected Lafdul, you would have still, after that, gotten the saving throw also.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would just be hilarious.
That would have been pretty great. That would have been pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then Solas, you're gonna cast.
I will cast.
Alright, go ahead.
I want to have Detect Magic up because it might be useful.
Okay, so you cast Detect Magic while he is
Putting
putting
oil
on.
aroma.
Okay, all right.
And then it'll
before
be
you
silence.
cast the silence.
Yeah.
And then Comprehend Languages and then Silence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I won't need Detect Magic up for very long anyway, so I mean that's the time for me, but.
All right. So you go ahead and do those things, and then come out of the ethereal plane.
Mm-hmm.
Lafdul will be. Do I have to touch you to come out?
No, when the spell ends, you come out automatically.
So I'm
Can't
trying
you
to put a
come in and
gauge.
out at will, or what?
I can end it at will, and when the spell ends, everyone comes out, and if they are inside something, they are hurled into deep ethereal and are in catatonic stupor until they can be rescued.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to go for like the center of the room to cover as much as I can.
All right. So you go up like right in front of the
Trying.
desk, kind of thing.
Yeah, like leaning up against it, or not trying to disturb it, but.
Okay. All right. So, Solas, you end the spell, and you guys return to the prime material plane, and it's like vivid color just kind of washes over you as you return. And let me see about the parakeet.
Just thought, how are we even going to get out of this place?
I do have another one.
Uh-huh. I got oil of affair on us, but that's like one of us.
Again, I do have another one, and that we can use.
Okay. So, upon returning to the prime material plane, the parakeet just stops moving and kind of drops to the bottom of the cage, asleep.
Making no sound or making sound?
No sound because you got silence 15-foot radius up.
Alright. Just wanted to
I-
make sure I was in range.
Lafdul,
land on
Lafdul,
its
the very first thing that you notice, I mean, it wouldn't. It's not very far, so it would not have been. It's definitely not injured by that. The first thing that you notice is that parakeet is radiating magic.
Like a familiar?
It is radiating. Okay, this is a priest version. It's radiating creation magic.
Oh. Can I roll spellcraft for familiar or something? Any kind of spell that I
You can
might
roll
recognize?
spellcraft. You can roll spellcraft.
I will tell Solas about this. That it's a magical
Mentally,
creature.
right? Because you still have
Yeah,
telepathy up.
I got
Okay.
telepathy up for 28 minutes, however long. I just rolled d20 for the minute. Oh, that's failure.
Yeah,
No
you're
idea.
not sure.
I'd say it's radiating creation magic, so it could be a constructed creature or something.
Interesting.
Have I had detect magic up on your magical creature summons? We detected them. They're not creation, are they?
That would be they would
Braxon's-
be summoning.
Yeah.
If you're talking about the monster summoning spells.
No.
Oh,
I think you
those
mean
statuettes.
I'd have to go back and look to see what they showed up as.
I might have written it down. I don't remember.
I don't think it matters in this case because it's not
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of. I was thinking if it was like a variation of a familiar spell, but a created familiar maybe.
You are not familiar with any such
Yeah,
magic.
it's wizard magic
That's-
anyway.
that's-
So
well, but I mean, if you're thinking of like a homunculus type thing, A, very powerful magic, B, yeah, you would have no idea what that might be. Okay, so Solas, you're immediately heading towards the cabinet.
Yeah, and I take my lenses of speed reading out.
Okay, and put them down so that they become visible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
what
So
do you
that I can
want me
use
to
them.
do anything?
I want you to be on the door so you can see if there's anyone coming this
All
direction.
right, then I have to place down what I cast my silence on somewhere.
I mean, you can put it in your pouch and be ready to take it out.
You're going to do this with noise in here.
I'm just going to be going through paper, and if you're on the doorway, I think that should be quiet enough for the moment.
I mean, I can put it here. I'm talking to you mentally. I just put it on the table.
I mean,
It's in the center of the room.
if you're at the door, the sound would
I'm
have
just
to travel
looking.
through the silence anyway to get out.
Yeah, I don't want the silence going through the door. That's why I'm leaving thinking about
Oh,
leaving
that's
the
what you
dagger
mean.
on.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you can
I've
just put
cast
it. You can put it
a
on like the
dagger, I guess.
You put it on the table or something.
Yeah. Actually, it would be on an arrow because my other daggers have got continual light and continual darkness on.
Okay, so you're gonna go up to the door and peek through the keyhole or something, or what?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So while you are watching, Solas, you begin to leaf through the records and documents.
Mm-hmm.
What are you? How are you doing it? What are you looking for? What are you like? What is your process here?
I'm checking the names, and then I'm checking the entry date or the time when they entered here. Since we do know about the time when they were most likely brought here, and we do know the name.
Okay.
And while I'm going through the papers, I'm also trying to basically see if I have any idea what might be the cataloging method or how long it would take me to go through these papers with
All right.
research proficiency, if that's possible.
Give me a research proficiency check.
Also,
Okay.
I would have scanned the room with detect magic.
Yeah.
And outside the looking glass or grate or something.
Just to be on the safe side, even though it's only 15% chance to fail, I'm going to be using a reroll. Well, that was needless reroll, but there it is.
All right. Go ahead and mark off your reroll. I mean, that's what they're there for. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you have one left. Okay. So as you begin to skim, you're kind of like mentally noting how the things are sorted and everything like that. And you come to the conclusion that they are not sorted in any way whatsoever.
Okay.
That is going to make it a little bit more difficult to do so, but using the lens of speed reading, if you just look at the names, you could probably get through a significant number of these.
Yeah, I'm looking at the names.
Okay. You do not recognize any of the names in the ones that you look at. You have not looked at every single document, but you've looked at a fair number of them at this point.
10 minutes worth or 5 minutes worth?
10 minutes worth would get you through the names pretty quickly. If you're looking at anything beyond that, that's
Well, I
time.
also, like I said, I would also, I think, look when they came here. That's marked down on there.
Okay.
Look for dates.
And the race, of course.
Let's see, give me just a second. There isn't an explicit entry date listed.
Okay. What data is there?
Things that you can look at. So you take a look at one of them. There is, of course, name, other personal details, race, gender, where they, residence. Not all of those are filled in. You realize that some of those are either unknown or, like maybe some people whose, they didn't know where they lived. Maybe they didn't have any place to live. Maybe they were travelers, that kind of thing. Details about the crime, where they were convicted, and things of that nature. And there are details on their sentences, and then there's also like prisoner numbers. And give me another research proficiency check.
How long does it comprehend languages last?
It's 5 rounds per level. Yeah.
All right. So you notice that what you can do with the prisoner numbers is that you can match up their cells on the diagram that's on the wall. So if you find a prisoner, you can look at the big wheel on the wall and determine what cell they're in.
Yeah.
You'd also reasonably conclude that you can match it up with a personal effects box in the other storage room as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm also checking something on Detect Magic, Lafdul. I need to see what blocks it. Because when you're looking through the door, some other things might be blocked, kind of thing. But there's a sentence, and you realize that on the wheel diagram, there is a section for how many rotations left of the wheel before they are released, kind of thing.
Okay.
All right, give me just
So
a
we
second
can
to check
see
something.
which way the wheel rotates.
It's clockwise.
Yeah.
I say to Solas before my silence ends, if I position it towards the door, our sound shouldn't leave the door, but I can re-up my telepathy. It won't last as long as 2 separate spells, but there'll be an overlap. It'll last like another 20 minutes rather than 10.
Yeah.
Well, I say that. I mean, the spell lasts 28 minutes per casting, but I assume I'm casting this like 10 minutes into it.
Okay. Before your detect magic expires, other things that you can detect. You can detect magic coming from. I'm gonna move your token for a second, Lafdul. So you're looking out the door. You can detect magic on the other side of this door.
All right.
And also detect magic underneath the floor here.
Not the rug.
No, the rug
Lafdul
itself,
has snippers
it's
breakdown.
underneath. It's underneath.
I was going to say, if that rug's magical, Lafdul would not be standing on it. Lafdul will mention that there's a magic. Yeah, something underneath the rug that's magical.
Can you get the spheres?
No.
No.
Okay. Is it just that Lafdul detects that something under the rug is radiating?
When you can't see the object clearly, I'm basically not going to let you detect the type of magic.
Should I attempt to quiet? Well, it's silenced at the moment. I could move stuff out of the way silently. At least half the rug. Like move the chairs to the left and right.
You would only
roll
need
it up a
to.
little
You'd
bit.
only need to move the chairs. You would not need to move the desk because it is under under that part right there.
Well, you can risk it if you want.
Well, we're silenced and invisible and stuff, so yeah, I am going to do that.
Okay. All right, so you move the chairs and roll up the carpet while Solas is continuing his skimming of documents.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a small trap door in the floor.
What's
Too small for a person to fit in, but it's like
does my detect magic remain?
Yeah. This is before it runs out. So
what's a sphere? Can I now tell?
No, because it's beneath that door, beneath the trap door. The door itself.
Can I tell what kind of lock it is? It's not coming. The trapdoor isn't itself magically warded.
Correct.
That's what I'm trying to ascertain.
Not as far as you can tell. It appears to be a mundane lock on that trapdoor.
I could try picking it. I could. Problem is, if I use my knock granted power, it means I can't use my elder self. So.
Yeah, don't use your knock, and before you even try to pick it, check it for traps.
This takes a lot of time.
It's hidden quite. It's hidden for a reason. Or you can wait until we leave with the etherealness, since I can basically we can possibly look into it with that.
How long has it been since I moved the rugs and now seen it? How many minutes? How many
It only
rounds?
took a minute or two to move that stuff.
So maybe like 3 rounds of detect magic left up. Maybe
Something like that.
12
I mean, it's
rounds
gonna
of silence.
Your
Silence is 18 rounds in total. So
yeah,
I'm
your
wondering, do
detect
I
magic,
have 10
your
minutes?
detect magic would run out by the time that you did anything with this, pick it or try to find traps. Keep in mind that it is a turn to detect traps, it is a turn to remove traps, and it is 1d10 rounds to pick a lock.
Yeah,
So
I'm just seeing if I can find a trap for now. That's the only thing I can do.
Yeah, silence will definitely last long enough to cover searching for a trap.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can find a trap.
Okay. What
I
is your
have
score?
a really good chance. Like, it might be 95 without my armor. Or it might be 90, I don't know. Find, remove traps is 90 without my armor.
Alright, that is not trapped. You find no trap there.
Alright. I say it doesn't seem to be trapped, but I'm going to put this stuff back because I don't really have time for this. And the science is going to run out. I need to re-up my telepathy on you.
Yeah, we can check it tomorrow potentially.
I put the rug back. I try to position the chairs at least maybe as close as I can.
Alright, what is your intelligence score? I'm going to secretly roll an intelligence check for you.
14.
Would there be any markings on the rug, basically, for having the chairs be there long enough?
It'll be a dust mark. It'll be like dust I've displaced. If anyone was investigating, they might notice that.
Well, it depends on how often it's cleaned and stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
Whether or not someone's suspicious in the first place.
Alright. So you do your best to put the chairs back where they originally were.
Alright, is the parakeet still asleep?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to put my dagger or arrow, something I cast silence on. Something I can fit in my badge. I don't think it matters too much what it is. I mean, I could have cast on a pebble.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine.
So I would put it over there.
Okay.
So silence should cover at least that section. Go over there, cast telepathy on Solas. So the sound might go through the walls, but it shouldn't go through the door.
They're pretty thick
So
walls.
it should be, they should be really muffled.
Okay.
Are you casting anything, Solas? Because this is your one chance. Well, other than, guess that's a jail card.
My comprehend languages lasts for altogether 50 rounds, so I think it should be still up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright,
You're still going through. You're still going through the documents for the initial check when this is all happening.
And I hope my silence will last. A second spell, I'm going to cast Thought Thought Capture in here.
Okay. So Thought Capture reveals a gloating sensation about a merchant by the name of Thamos, Venthania. And the thought is along the lines of, now he'll never cheat me or anyone else ever again.
Is this one person with two names, first and last? Thamos Lithania?
Thamos of Venthania.
I have no idea how to spell this.
Alright.
That was my attempt.
No. Hold on.
Thamos. I don't know. Alright, have fun, yeah.
You were quite close.
All right. So that's the thought that you picked up.
Alright, then it's just, I suspect corruption. I mentioned that to Solas, you know.
Possibly.
Well, the thought is definitely a vengeful, as in like, now this merchant will never cheat me or anyone else ever again. Ha ha ha, kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, it can mean many things, I suppose,
Yeah.
but...
Well, you're not picking up any corruption by the person having that thought.
Yeah. That's how I'm interpreting it, I guess.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, no, I say the silence is going to run out shortly, so
Okay.
I'm going to...
Cast
Well,
another one.
Be on the doorway.
No, I do not have another one, so
Okay.
I'm just going to have to be as quiet as I can by the door.
All right. So you're gonna move silently.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Secret rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, 80 and... Well, hiding shadows isn't going to matter.
Yeah. Hide in shadows. You're not hiding in shadows right now. Because there's no one
you're
around to
already
see you.
invisible, so...
And even so, this room is brightly lit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Lafdul, as you are, you're watching, and after the, sound of the, after the silence spell, expires, oops, I want to be there. You do notice some movement, like right now, like so far that you've been watching, the guards have basically just been sitting around chatting. If you're watching, you can't really hear what they're saying. If you put your
understand them
ear
anyway.
to it, then you wouldn't be watching. So if you decided to do that at any point, it's just kind of general conversation, nothing of particular interest. Although, actually, first give me a modern languages proficiency check to see if you can understand their dialect.
I was like, remember that part about Lev not being useful? She's got lip reading.
It wasn't that she wasn't useful. It was that he was worried about having
you know
too
what I
many
meant.
people. Yeah.
I wasn't meant to.
It wasn't that
Yeah.
Leva is quite useful.
No, modern languages.
Okay. Yeah,
What?
you're able to work out what they're saying when you listen. Once you go back to watching, then it's just too muffled. But anytime you periodically check to listen,
Picks, yeah.
they're just kind of having general conversations about things.
Do I put Pixie in there as well? Is that modern language or not?
That would be a modern language. Yeah,
Pixie,
you
yeah.
can put that in there. How you want to record what your languages are and stuff like that, I don't care. That's fine.
Yeah,
as long
I've
as
got it
it's
separately. I just wasn't sure if modern languages are supposed to encompass all the languages you know as well.
Yeah, I mean, technically you'd have a... because you can... Like, each one is technically a separate proficiency. And if you wanted to be better at a given language, you can put proficiency slots into them to get bonuses, but I kind of doubt that any of you are going to do that, so... Again, however you want
Well,
to
for a +1.
track it, it's fine. Solas, you've gotten through the stuff in that cabinet. You're pretty sure that there's more in the other cabinet. Just like checking names and noting how things are situated. The thing is that like with the lens of speed reading, it is like you can just reveal enough of the paper to see their name, and flip to the next one, flip to the next one, flip to the next one, kind of thing. If you're looking at more than that, then it's like pull the page out, put it back, pull the page out, put it back, and that will slow you down a lot, even with the lens of speed reading.
Yeah, I mean, if we can't get anything with the headers, that will just be a plan for another day.
So you're saying that I've gone through this cabinet and would have to go this next?
Yeah, looking at just names. If you want to look at, again, any one piece of information, you can. It's very quick to just like, look, check, kind of thing. If you're looking at two pieces of information or more than two pieces of information per sheet, then it's like pull the whole thing out and look, put it back. Pull the whole thing out, look, put it back.
Well, I would notify Lafdul with telepathy and move to the next cabinet.
Okay.
I'm starting to suspect it's sequestered away in that underground cabinet thing.
Could be, but we are not prepared for that today.
Oh yeah, sure. We'll do what we can here while we can.
You said it would be 50 minutes for comprehend languages?
Yeah.
Okay. So fully checking the names in the first one after also looking at the sheet to get a general feel of how all the information is laid out. 15 minutes.
15 minutes, okay.
Opening the second one looks like about the same amount of documentation, so you're looking at another 15 minutes to check the names. Okay, so you begin doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. About halfway through that, Lafdul, you notice some movement by the guards.
Change of shift or?
No. They suddenly like look towards the doorway. And
I look at the parapet.
The doorway
not the doorway,
or...
not the door that you're behind. The doorway into the other guard room.
What, like from top or?
They look towards that open passageway.
Doesn't sound good.
Can I put my character through so I'm actively looking so I can see what I can see? Because it's like black at the moment.
Not right now.
Oh.
I mean, there's
It's
nothing
like
to see.
from the
There's
north.
nothing to see anyway. They're just like
Both.
they're turning. Yeah, both of them are turning to look at the doorway.
Which doorway?
The doorway north to
north,
the guard room.
Like a casual look or an alertive look?
A fairly sudden alertive look. Like
I
maybe
will
someone
mention this to
like
Solas
either they heard something, someone
mentally.
called to them, something like that, but you're just hearing muffled sounds.
If you mention it to Solas, Solas would say put everything back and say that okay, that seems like it's time for us to leave. So Solas would start casting Etherealness and basically let Lafdul to come near.
Before that, Lafdul, you do notice, like you're relaying that information to Solas while still looking through the keyhole, and I am going to bring you out for a second. A figure appearing in either wearing bronze or entirely made of bronze, just kind of casually walks by them. You can see the guards are kind of setting themselves back to
not getting away of the golem.
Yeah, they're not getting in the way of it or anything like that. They are basically back to a relaxed position. The bronze figure strides over towards the doors in the front, easily opens them while the other guards go over to clearly close them behind it, and it passes through.
What's the dexterity like on the golem-like creature?
It does not move very fast.
No, as in, is it graceful with its limbs? It can manipulate and stuff.
It's not fast, but it seems to have average
It's not a
movement,
crude
dexterity.
construction.
No, it's not. It's not jerky or anything like that.
So well, any golem's going to be of high level magic, but I will relay this to Solas. That is just a golem doing the patrol. It's gone through the double doors and it's gone out.
Did you see
Guards
it carrying anything?
I don't believe I saw anything today.
Nope. It was not carrying anything.
It's just a patrol. Ooh.
So
Okay, well
when
then,
the doors were opened, you did hear a rumble of thunder outside.
perhaps
Oh,
it's
it
going to
went
recharge
outside?
itself.
Yeah,
Perhaps
it's
that's
going
to
that's the
recharge itself.
doors. Those are the doors leading out.
Wait, you don't think it's powered by lightning, do you?
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time something like that happened.
Oh. Yeah, making golems is a bit beyond me.
I mean, lightning's powered things in the
Oh, yeah, it did.
cube.
Could we... Well, I guess we've already come to that conclusion on our own without spellcraft, but... I guess carry on.
All
Yeah,
right.
if it wasn't
So
coming here, then
no, it was not. You get back to going through all the names. So you finish going through the names in both cabinets, and you do not recognize any of the names.
okay. So it will require more information, or the information is hidden. For example, behind the hatch that Lafdul found. So just to be on the safe side, I think we should leave for tonight and come back tomorrow with more prepared to check the hatch and go through the papers with more care.
I mean, you got 20 minutes left on comprehend languages at least if you want to look at some more
Well, okay,
information. I mean,
well, okay, I will go through this cabinet again, but since it wasn't the name, I will go through it a bit more care this time, so I don't get through the whole cabinet. I'm checking the race and length of a sentence.
Is that parakeet still asleep?
let's see. I think it's probably woken up by now, but it is still under. Well, yeah, it's not under silence anymore.
No, is that like groggy or...
Nope, it seems to have hopped back up onto its perch. But it's not really.
It's like, oh no, I
tweeting
fell off
much.
again.
It's not really
Well,
tweeting
I
much
do still-
because you guys are
Yeah.
invisible.
Mm-hmm. And I still have the oil, so I can always put it again, sleep again.
All right.
I see
So
it is magical in nature, so...
if you want to give me a research proficiency check, Solas,
Mm-hmm.
then what I can tell you.
Depending on the roll.
Okay, that is a
that's a
good
success.
roll.
Thankfully, I have a pretty decent chance to succeed in it.
All right, give me just a second. All right, so you have noted, and I'll let you, because with the research proficiency check, you've gone through the names, so you're able to go through and gather different information faster this time.
Mm-hmm.
Comprehend languages will expire when you have finished looking over both cabinets again.
Mm-hmm.
There are.
Oh, wait.
22 half-elves currently imprisoned in the prison.
Can I make notes on the prisoner numbers?
You can indeed. Give me a quick note. Because you're looking through the other things, there are some other ones that you've noticed as well. And let me give you. Well, I'll give you some other information in a minute because I might need to just type it up make it easier.
Okay.
So you will need to it'll take a little bit more time to because you need to get to the individual the individual's sheet, look up at the diagram, that kind of thing, and that will take time. Unfortunately, your comprehend languages does expire at that point.
Well, is it possible to just basically copy the text and then use comprehend languages outside?
The problem is that given that there is no organization in this,
Yeah.
once comprehend languages expires, you have no more visual clues on being able to.
Which was with.
Yeah. So
Okay.
now you do have Braxon's ring if you want to try that.
I will try it.
Okay. So
I
you will
will,
need to you will need to go look through the keyhole.
Yeah, I will
Oh
try
no,
to
he's
very
gonna be
carefully
silent.
move there and
Okay. So what ring are you taking off?
I don't have the let me check my notes. I have few rings. I'm keeping the ring of 3 powers, but I'm taking the ring of armoring off.
Okay.
I normally keep.
All right, and you slip on Braxon's ring, look through the keyhole, and yeah, you will be able to.
While I'm going there, I will put the lenses in my pocket.
Okay. Well, you're just looking through a keyhole, so it's fine.
Yeah, but the parakeet doesn't need to be spooked by closely flying by lenses.
Okay.
Yeah, how attentive is it to the noise? Is it just curiously looking?
It does not seem to be paying much attention to you.
Alright, there must be enough background noise for the guards to not care.
Or it's not a particularly smart creature.
Yeah, it could be that. Well, it was radiating magic, so I'm suspicious.
But it still might be just created a pet.
Okay. So you put the ring on, peek through the keyhole, and head back to one of the cabinets. Now, unfortunately, this cabinet here is going to be too far away for you to be able to use the ring unless the guards come closer to you. But that one is close enough.
Yeah, that's why I moved here.
Musical. To me, polymorph self comes under creation. To me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but when I had to turn magic up, obviously I would be aware of my own or Solas's effect of polymorph self. Actually, did you have it up? Yeah, you did.
I do have polymorph self up.
Would it register as alteration? I mean, would it register as creation to me?
He's invisible right now.
Oh, I can't detect if he's invisible.
You can't see the object. You can detect that there's magic in that general vicinity, but that's about it.
Do you think I would have had to detect magic up at some point where someone was polymorphed?
I cannot recall that being the case.
Is polymorph self creation? Isn't that also alteration?
For you, it's alteration. I'm wondering if this parakeet is polymorph other, and it still radiates magic. I'm trying to ascertain whether or not the magic would fade over time, or if that creature is permanently enchanted with the magic. That's what I'm trying to ascertain to you mentally.
Well, polymorph other is permanent spell.
Yeah, but it can also be undone with like a wish, probably. But does the creature still radiate magic? That's what I'm trying to muse.
Well, you can actually just dispel polymorph otter. Though, if they've lost their individuality, they still think they are the polymorphed creature.
Yeah, but would they still radiate? Oh, wait, it can be dispelled even though they've mentally changed.
Yeah, but they still think that they are the mentally
so this
changed
person
creature.
might be a prisoner that's been turned into a parakeet. It's punishment.
Well, you did get the thought capture about the cheating merchant that was punished.
Hmm. No history might work on the bird. That'd be funny. Actually, would that work? It would, wouldn't it? It would tell me the history of the creature, even though it's changed into a new form.
It would. If it works on creatures, it would, yeah.
But yeah,
Nice.
I was going through the cabinets here.
Alright, so let me give you some information. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to...
Why have I not added no history to my spell repertoire?
I don't know. Are you sure you have that one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had it. I just didn't add it to my own personal list. Because I want to know if it was target creature, so I was looking that up. If it's humanoid.
I mean, if you want to muse about this for a couple more minutes, that would be a good idea, because I need to send Solas some information that'll take me a moment to compile.
Yeah, no, I'm looking it up, so...
I mean, you can also move back to the door.
Oh.
But yeah, it's possible that if that bird is some creature, some polymorph, actually some person just polymorphed into a parakeet, it could be that it's the merchant you got the thought capture about. At least that would be explaining that thought.
I do have memory read. But yeah. Oh, cast a spell right next to the door where they can hear me.
I mean, a door is gonna offer some protection.
One creature or object has no history.
I mean, you have to put your ear to the keyhole if you want to hear exactly what they are speaking. So it does prevent some noise, clearly.
Can I roll spellcraft to know if I can cast memory read from the ethereal plane?
You can...
Or would I intrinsically know this?
I don't think you can interact with objects, so no, you would not be able to. Yeah, to be able to interact.
The range is 5 yards.
So plenty.
Yeah, I think the casting time's pretty bad. Casting time's a full round.
I mean, technically,
5,
casting time is full
15.
round for every spell.
Yeah, but when you're trying to do something silently, there's a huge difference between one word, which is like, I don't know, one round or something, I don't know, like command, compared to like chanting a spell for a whole minute.
Alright, Solas, I have just PM'd you some information on Discord.
Okay.
So you can use that to narrow down what you want to look at.
Mm-hmm. How many of the half-elves are in this cabinet their files?
Halfish, give or take.
I will go through the half-elves in this cabinet with basically go through all of their documentation.
Okay. Looking for anything in particular?
Well, I'm going to look what's their length of their sentence and the also compare their number to the wheel, so I know when they are supposed to be released, but also just whatever is there on about them.
Okay. So looking at the... Well, let me put it this way. Is there any information on any of them that you would consider this is something that I can just dismiss outright? So that you can narrow down your list.
I think where they are from would be something that I'm not really that interested in.
Problem is that you don't know where any of these places are.
Yeah, that's something I'm not going to be using.
No. What I mean is like, if this information is there, I don't care about this person anymore. I'm not. I don't need to look at this person's information anymore because I know it can't be that person, kind of thing, or something like that.
Well, the gender.
Okay. So there are 5 female half-elves, and the rest are males. So you ignore those. Actually, I'm just going to say that all the half-elves are here, because that's just easier.
Yeah. So, since it was brother we are looking for, not sister.
Okay. Anything else?
Like I said earlier, I'm going to be recording their prisoner numbers on a note.
Did we get any idea if it's younger or older sibling?
I'm not sure you know. Because he's half brother to the Emperor, so it's not really well known exactly when he was born. It's not widely known, kind of thing.
Yeah,
and you also don't really know exactly how old the Empress is anyway. Like, you have general information, but that's not going to narrow it down to anything in particular.
No, but if someone's like middle-aged and if we knew it was older, then we could say anything above middle age we look for.
Plus, I didn't record these individual prisoners' ages. I can't give you that information.
It was a way of narrowing it down, that was all.
So you can compare the ones that you have here with the number of on the wheel to indicate how long they have left to serve, kind of thing. Is that something that you want to do? Because you've got the
yeah.
Okay. So looking at that, what are you gonna eliminate?
I'm going to be eliminating, or at least put on the back burner, the ones that have a really short sentence left.
Okay. All right.
How long did it? By the way, how long did it take for the wheel to turn basically completely around?
You're not entirely positive, but there was some speculation last session.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to take a moment and look over the wheel and count the number of?
Yeah, I will take a short moment to remind myself.
All right. There are 365 cells on the wheel.
Okay, so most likely the same number of cells as there's days in a year.
Yeah, you know that this planet has 365 day years.
Okay. But yeah, I'm putting on the ones that have a short sentence to back burner.
Okay.
I'm looking those that have a long sentence and seems to be that they've been here for a long time.
Okay. So the first one that you find that could be a possibility. The crime that he is imprisoned for is slave rustling and fencing. The details indicate that he was stealing and reselling slaves.
Okay.
The next one, let's see. The next one was convicted for forging official permits, assaulting a judge, and the blackmail of a high-ranking government official. Looks like something similar to a senator or legislator.
Okay. I'm going to be copying the prisoner numbers of every half-elf, but those are the ones I'm paying more attention.
Okay. Another one with a lengthy sentence remaining, or like not a short sentence remaining. We'll put it that way. Blackmailed a senator and then attempted tax evasion of said income. Another one.
Just a moment.
Mhm.
Would they have had a lesser sentence if it was just blackmailing the senator, but would have paid a tax on that blackmail income?
You don't know the details of this this world's legal system, so you don't know. But it would be one fewer charge.
Yeah, that at least it sounded like that might be the case.
Another one was convicted of attempting to free slaves, particularly elven slaves.
Okay.
And the other one with a lengthy remaining, well, one other one with a lengthy remaining sentence, multiple charges of criticism of imperial policies, and finally, one was convicted of arson of buildings during a regional independence riot.
I see.
There are others as well, but most of those have like short sentences remaining.
Okay.
Like one who has 11 years left, it looks like, was unauthorized use of magic, for example.
Okay. Just to be on the safe side, I will check also the Elven records.
Okay.
Well, let's verify that he's not actually a half-elf, he's actually an elf.
No, he would be half-elf, but they might still be put as elf here for some reason, since they are not really organized.
So one thing that you note is that every single one of those elves does not appear to have a like time remaining on their sentence, and you realize that one of the half-elves is also marked the same way. Like, you were a little confused because you were just comparing the half-elves to half-elves, and you realize that, oh, that's what that means on this chart.
I will check the half-elf that has no time remaining on his sentence.
All right. That is the one that was convicted of criticism of imperial policies.
Well. Well, like I said, I take all of their prisoner numbers, especially mark that as a point of interest in my notes, and then I basically notify to Lafdul that I think we should leave for tonight.
All right, that sounds good.
Okay. So you're gonna.
Anything interesting with the guards? And one last look.
Nope, they're still they're back to their normal, just chatting away kind of stuff.
It's always good to check each other's work. I inspect what Solas has done, see if he's put stuff back. You know, a second set of eyes, as it were.
All right. Now you didn't look very closely at that stuff when you came in, but I will allow you to. What is your so your intelligence is 14.
14.
And Solas, what is your intelligence?
17.
Okay.
And as a librarian, Solas would always pay careful attention to that.
Oh,
Okay.
Lafdul could be messing with you for you know.
All right. You both think that you've put it back in the way that you found everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we should finish.
Yeah. Solas will cast the etherealness while touching Lafdul.
Okay. Give me just a second. I'm making a note.
That's where we find out the guards hear us.
All right. So you're yeah, you don't have a silence anymore, correct?
No.
Okay.
We're just hoping we're far enough away on the door that they just don't hear it.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard enough for me to hear, and I'm a thief.
All right. So Solas, you cast etherealness, and everything becomes desaturated and grayish, as if there's a mist covering everything.
Well, I think we'll head back same route.
Okay. I mean, you're pretty sure that the door's out right here.
Well, we could. Oh yeah, we could possibly walk through the wall, but not through the anti-magic zone.
Right? Well, I mean, you're right here in this room. If you want to try walking through the wall down here to
Yeah,
get
just
out.
see if we can go through the wall.
Let's see if we can go through the wall.
Okay. You faceplant right against the wall.
Okay.
It is a physical barrier that prevents you from leaving.
Yeah, thought so.
What,
Now
from
you
just-
know.
Mm-hmm. The more
You
you
have
know.
to.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
All right, so you're going to go back out the way you came?
Yeah, so based on what we know, we can go through this wall here to save time.
Do you want to try that?
Yeah.
Okay. You have any issues with that, Lafdul?
no.
Okay. All right, so you enter a darkened chamber filled with sleeping guards.
Mm-hmm. And carefully walk on the ethereal plane, walk through the room and through the door on the north.
Okay, give me just a second.
Isn't there a vent right above us?
Yeah, but well, we could go through the vent if you can reduce yourself.
Yeah, I can reduce myself. But can you got polymorph still up?
Yeah, I have a polymorph.
Would fly have ended?
Most likely, but I can still up a new fly.
Oh yeah, we're in the ethereal plane. Well, I mean, I got outer self, but it's not the best.
Well, if you can reduce yourself, it would be helpful.
Yeah, I'll reduce myself.
Let me
Maybe
think
not
for a
for
second.
a
What was the duration on fly?
Fly is 1 turn per level plus. So what was it? 1 turn per level plus 1d6 turns, so at maximum it's 16 and minimum 11 turns.
Okay.
Yeah, that would have expired, I would assume. It's just over an hour. Well, maybe.
Fly is still up.
Okay,
What
if
about
it's still
mine?
up,
Yours is still up too.
Oh, I hope this doesn't end halfway.
if we are small enough, we can fly in the vent, and if the etherealness ends, we pop out of the etherealness into vent.
Alright, now I'll reduce myself.
Okay. So you reduce yourself, and you're polymorphing again.
Yeah, I
Solas?
polymorph into a bird that again hummingbird that I can get through the vent.
Okay. So you both fly up into the vent,
Mhm.
and are you just making a straight line for getting out?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. How long does etherealness last again?
It was it 18 or 19 rounds?
You can have a quick scout while we're here.
Etherealness is 19 rounds since it's 1 turn plus 1 round per level.
Actually, no, we don't know how long the spells last, so yeah, just get out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we are just heading out.
Okay. So you head straight out, and since you're heading straight out, etherealness will last long enough to get you out. Now, you would notice that the entire shaft walls for the vents were also protected against traveling through ethereally.
Okay.
But then once you get out, you reappear and probably surprise anyone on watch. Well, actually,
both
no, because
invisible.
you'd still be invisible, right?
Mhm.
But you would probably surprise them by speaking to them.
Saying boo.
So who would have stayed on watch by the
In the
vent
storm.
entrance? It would have been in a storm.
In the shack, one could have been in the shack, and they would have been
Yeah, I
out of
suppose.
the rain.
Yeah, that's true. I think
Oh,
Finn
shack
said that he
can't
was
be
going to be
welcome.
on watch out at the lookout point, but I'm not sure if that was still the case.
Yeah, he would have been.
Okay.
I think Leva said she'd stay.
Okay. All right. So, Leva, you jump a little bit as Lafdul
Solas says
or
boo.
Solas. Well, Solas, you'd have to polymorph yourself back before you say something, whereas Lafdul wouldn't.
Yeah.
So you give a little jump, but then you guys can head back to your camp.
Mm-hmm.
Braxon and Ockar, would you have been staying at the camp itself?
I think so, at least for me.
Staying in the tent out of the rain?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there was anything that we would have needed to have gone down the pipe and been on standby.
Okay. Alright, so Lafdul and Solas and Leva will return to a camp. Finn, how long would you be out on watch, or would actually let me put it this way: would anyone have been set to go relieve Finn on watch?
I
Like
probably
maybe.
would have.
Okay, so like when Lafdul and Solas get back and they tell you what happened, then you'd go relieve Finn so that he could get back to camp and here as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so Ockar, you head out to Finn, and Finn, while you were on watch, it was very, very rainy, but you did see some interesting things through the lightning flashes and using Braxon's spyglass. The
Totally
first
not a
thing
lightning conductor.
that you would have seen is that there was a better lightning conductor because a figure came out of the prison and headed up to one of the low hills nearby and just kind of stood there as lightning bolts struck it repeatedly. Not like through the rain and everything like that. Like the main reason that you could see it is because of the lightning flashes and the lightning striking it. Certainly unusual. Certainly unusual.
Is it still there?
It will still be there when Finn comes back. Finn would also report that a patrol went out at about 10 p.m., which you guys, and they had lanterns, so, and you would realize that that was about the exact same time that you were coming back. Lafdul and Solas.
Okay.
Hey.
Well,
This
Solas
might be a
would-
bit.
No, Lafdul,
I
you
was thinking
first.
it might. I think this might be a bit callous, but what if the guards that went out into patrol had an unfortunate accident with a lightning storm? It's a shame he doesn't have cool lightning memorized. I just. My gut instinct's like take out the gun while we've got the opportunity, but also at the same time it's like we've also got the opportunity of just leaving no trace. And I think that was what the party wants to do. So,
well, if we can do it with that way, it's always better. But Solas would share the information that he found out that there's 22 half-elves imprisoned here, and one of them did not have a duration on their sentence.
That might be the one that we're looking for.
Potentially, and there was also 19 elves, which none of them had a duration on their sentences. I did copy the prisoner numbers, so it's possible to try and verify this information by going through their personal stuff.
Okay.
But that would happen tomorrow, and it would be mostly Lafdul that does it. A few interesting things that we found out in the warden's office. The parakeet is magical.
yeah, I was
Oh, yeah.
surmising that it might be a permanently polymorphed creature.
Lafdul detected that it radiated creation, and there is hidden hatch under the rug that had something magical hidden inside.
Wait. It's a polymorph creature, so it could be a prisoner polymorphed into a parakeet.
Yeah, but after a certain point, it loses all sense of self. It becomes that creature, but the creature still radiates the magic.
But it might just also be something else.
Could be, but
It would
But,
really
I
suck if
wouldn't-
that's our prisoner.
I mean, if it has lost its personality, individuality, it's basically same as them dying.
wow.
No, that's recoverable.
Mate,
Yeah, you need incredibly powerful magic to undo that kind of thing. It's
well,
not
the elves.
impossible.
If that is the right person, the elves will be able to deal with
I've
that.
got a spell that might be able to tell me what this creature is. I could learn its history. If it is our prisoner, I will find out on the next day in.
So how searching the effects could we confirm it's the prisoner we're after?
If he was is the empress's brother, he would most likely have some kind of signet rings or something like that to mark that they are of first of all of noble birth, and second of all that they are of they have the blood of the ruler inside them.
So wouldn't
Braxon-
that be in their effects instead of on them as on their person?
Yeah, that's what he
we
means.
were
Searching
talking about.
the box in the storage play area.
Which were marked by the prisoner numbers.
Braxon, give me an intelligence check, please.
Yeah, sure.
Also, your sleepiness thing does affect me potentially. But
You
because I'm
wouldn't.
an elf,
You wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that.
no.
Just
Your
because
Oh.
player does. Your character doesn't.
Yeah, you were convinced it doesn't, so you all think it doesn't, and you've told Braxon that it doesn't, so he might believe you.
it did work on the Parakit.
Well,
Yeah, it's very effective on the parakeet. It didn't break our invisibility.
I don't know if that's a high enough roll.
That is. So, Braxon, you would realize that if you could also, like, obviously you don't know whether this is the case or not, but if there is personal effects that include something like a signet ring, some other badge of office, or proof of lineage or something like that, it would be extraordinarily beneficial to get that as well in terms of being able to back up his claim to the throne and stuff like that.
I wonder what's in that lockbox. Trapdoor.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I didn't say it.
Which was the thing that Solas was saying.
Yeah.
That if there's nothing to prove who they are, people could, the ruler, empress could just go and that's just some random half-elf that is trying to cause trouble, not the real.
Or parakeet.
That's something we forgot to do, was to check with your fear on us, because you could poke your head through it or something.
Yeah, but we can also do it tomorrow, or
if we survive the thunder.
So, do we know if the prisoner numbers correspond to the cells?
yes, I think that that was confirmed.
So
Right.
like you have the prisoner number, and you could like Solas was able to look at the documentation, and then look at the diagram, the wheel on the wall, and see that the prisoner number was what was used to indicate who was in each cell.
Right. Because
so there's no like names on the diagram, but there are prisoner numbers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like
because that way they can use the same things on the diagram, even if the prisoner holding that number is dead or released.
Yeah, but like Finn before found holes for opening up for dropping in food. Which how many was it? 22 half elves.
Yeah, 22 half-elves and 19 elves.
So
and number of other species, and majority of them are humans.
So potentially somebody could open up 22 holes with half elves in to see if any of them say they're the person we're looking for. We got the guy's name, haven't we?
Yeah, but if you're just
Solas did look through real fast. Solas did look through all of the names in all the documentation and did not see the name.
And if you're just randomly asking a prisoner if they are, what's to prevent them from lying and saying, yes, I am?
No, you don't ask them if they are. You ask them what they are. You let them supply the information. You don't say, are you the prince we're coming to rescue?
Yeah, and that in that case, most prisoners might just be that I'm not answering to anyone. And if you tell them that you are here to rescue someone, they would potentially...
You say, tell me your name if you want to get out of here.
Yeah, and if you then say that you're not the person we are looking on, what's to prevent them from messing you up and alerting the guards?
So I just wanted to interject there that we don't have to open the trapdoors. There's
Yeah.
the ring of vents around.
Mm-hmm. But I would say that the next step would be going through the personal effect to ascertain if the prisoner I'm thinking of is the half-brother of the Empress.
If we got the prisoner numbers, another idea is, do you think, Finn, you was above this thing, do you think there's an area below it where there might be a mechanism for winding it on if it breaks?
I didn't find any way underneath it, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Well, I'm wondering if we could just let 22 half-elves out. And then sort out which is the right one.
Some of them were on here on charges that are pretty serious, even in non-slavery countries.
we had that. We had that discussion.
So
Yeah,
the biggest problem with that is getting them out, because the trap doors
yeah.
are 6 inches by 6 inches. No one can fit through that. And the vents along the sides have grates and is not much bigger than that, if any bigger at all. So
Yeah. No, I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just figuring there might be a mechanism for winding the machine forward.
But I will say
Yeah,
this.
but
I
I-
will say this. If you did rescue all 22 half-elves and get them to
Yeah.
the elves can figure out who it is. Like,
That is true.
True,
yeah,
but
we wouldn't
do
fit them
we
on our
even
ship.
have space for 22?
We
on
would
the
on our
freighter?
we would on the other ship.
Yeah, but the other ship is a day's travel away.
I know.
Not to mention we have to have some way to get 22 of them out of their cells, and I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, the idea of rotating it would only be doable basically if we are in the situation that we've secured the area and neutralized all the guards and the golem.
Yeah.
So unless that's the way you want to
Because
go,
the other thing is the 20 full elves are all slaves. So
Slaves no good in prison.
no, but what I'm saying is, like, if we broke a few extra people out, and they were elves or half elves, it wouldn't matter. I'm not saying we should break everyone out, but like if we get stuck and we say, right, we'll take 4 people because we think it's one of these 4.
Yeah.
I think that's a speculation that we can leave later on once we've exhausted the potential avenues, like going through the personal effects.
Yeah.
So as not to bog down in this discussion.
Okay. Well, next time you're down there, steal some food because we'll run out of food.
I got like another 7 days worth of food.
Okay.
Don't know about you.
Solas has for a few days more.
Actually, it's
a
a
few
7
days
days. How long have we been here? 'Cause I've just got marked. I got 7 left, so I don't know if that's right or not.
I will.
'Cause I had 10. I typically carry 10 in a pouch. It's a lot.
I think you've only been here 4 days.
Yeah.
Well, if it's 4 days, then would it be 7 or would it be 6? Would we have
That's
eaten
not
before we
bad.
got
That
here?
would mean I'm at like 11 out of 15.
So we still have at least for a few days for a whole party if we pull up the food.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we have the create food and drink spell, which will feed up the whole party by 1 casting for a day.
We do, yeah.
So that's not something to really concern us too much.
Okay.
All right. Well, how about this? It's about time for us to take our break. I'm assuming that you guys are going to be getting to sleep and recovering spells. So give you guys some time to process the information that you've gotten and think about how you want to, like, what next steps you want to take and stuff like that, whether you want to go down again during the day, wait until night again, that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and take the break, be about 10 minutes, and good time to stretch your legs, get something to eat, drink or eat, and we'll be back in just a few minutes, everyone.
See you on the other side.
Yeah.
We'll see you then.